Hey, y'all. Hey, it's JJ Conway. Welcome to Building Wealth Together, where our goal is to help you walk in abundance and leave a legacy. It's Juice with JJ. This is where I keep you informed about scams, financial controversies, and money shenanigans so you can keep your cash flow out of their pockets and funding your dreams. Let's get into it. I haven't done a Saturday morning video in a long time, and the Saturday morning videos, that's what started the podcast, right? That's what started the podcast. I used to go walking. We had a walking group that I ran in the Pierre Bourget Mall for a couple years. And, every Saturday morning, I'd put my headband and my walking attire for that group on, and we'd go walk. And I would make a video to try and encourage people to come walk, and then also encourage them to take charge of their lives, right? And so that's how the podcast got started, because the podcast grew from those Saturday morning videos. But that's where we started from. And so I thought, you know what? Instead of just publishing the podcast today, I'm going to make a video. I've got my new Walking in Abundance headband, and we'll see if we can start making some Saturday morning videos. What I want to talk to you today about is this voicemail fraud. So the other day, I get this voicemail. This is Marcy calling with Student Loan Relief. Would you just give me a quick call at 443-239-4359? I'm reaching out regarding your federal student loan balance. We've got wonderful news for you. You've been pre-qualified for the Student Loan Forgiveness Program. However, it's imperative that you speak to us as soon as possible before the program expires. Now, not long before I got this one from Marcy, I got one about my mortgage, which I don't have on my home. And before that, I got one about my car loan, which I haven't had a car loan in years. I also got one about how I could renegotiate these other loans that I don't have, how I could renegotiate all these different, my VA disability, right? But I never took out a student loan. I have, somebody else told me she got one, an acquaintance on a forum told me she got one about her SSI. She hadn't applied for SSI. Okay. And these aren't short, snippy messages, and they're not in broken English like those "I'm a Nigerian Prince" emails. All right. They're long messages, like 1 or 2 minutes. And the person leaving the message sounds so genuine. They sound actually like an innocent young adult who really is just getting into their first job. And they're just so excited because they really think they can help you. Like, that's the way it sounds. And a lot of times it's totally a recording, y'all. It's not even a real person, but a recording that goes out to thousands at the same time. And so you call them back, then you think you're talking to a person, but it's actually these Siri-like bots that respond to you. They're programmed to respond to you as if they're really having a conversation with you, because they're basing that response off of keywords in what you're saying. And some of you may have seen that on Facebook and things like that, where you text somebody or you Facebook message somebody and somebody answers back like a famous person. But after a while, you realize it's not them. It's a bot, right? The technology has come a long way, and it's up to us to not make sure we don't get tricked into these loan traps. See, what they're doing is they're sending message out to everybody in hopes that somebody bites. It's the whole theory about phishing that we learned about in an earlier episode with cyber expert Daniel Hammond, right? It's easy for me to ignore because I never had student loan debt. I don't have a mortgage. When you call me about my outstanding student loan debt that's gone into collections, I know you're lying because I never took a student loan debt. I don't have a mortgage. I don't have a car loan. I don't have this credit card with high interest rates you're promising me you can make disappear for pennies on the dollar. I don't have any of those things. But what if I did? What if I was up to my eyeballs in debt, barely making it, struggling to put food on the table, struggling to put shoes on my kids' feet? What if I was having a tough time with COVID employment? Or what if I was this close to filing bankruptcy? When you're in that desperate of a situation, it is so easy to get caught up in the hope that maybe, just maybe, there's something out there that can help me. Maybe this is an answer to my prayers. And we fall into the scam. And we learn that lesson, but the next scamster knows just how to tug on our emotions and get us all excited about finally doing something for our families. And the next thing we know, we're sucked right back into another scam. Well, I'm here to help you for real. No scams, no gimmicks. Sure, now I'll take your money. I have always said I will take your money. I got plenty of high ticket courses you can buy from me, lots of coaching options. I will take your money, okay? My kids, I want them to have a better life and I want me to have a better life. So I will take your money. But over half of the courses on my website are free 99. They cost you nothing but your time and the investment of your time in yourself, and they will help you change the financial legacy of your family. You have the ability to break this curse of debt in your life. You have the ability to set up a lifetime of wealth for not only yourself, but also your future generations. So watch out for these scams and do the work of getting out of debt. I never said it was easy, y'all. It's simple, but not easy. And a lot of things you want out of life are very simple, but not easy. It's simple to be strategic in your buying, planning out what you're going to eat or buy or do, but it's not easy to hold to those commitments when you're in the moment and your emotions are just devastated and you just want to feel better. I know it's not easy, but I also know it's worth it. Most of us do not value something that we didn't have any effort in. And that's part of why these scams work. See, we don't like to put a lot of effort into things, and then we don't really value what didn't cost us time and effort. And so when you marry those two natural human attitudes together, then what you end up with is this situation where we create all kinds of problems for our future self, and then we don't ever want to take care of it. We want an easy button to take care of it. Know anybody like that? Right? So what I'm encouraging you today is to really be on the lookout. If you find yourself getting these phone calls, if you find yourself getting these emails, if you find yourself getting this stuff, don't get caught up in something that's going to waste your time. My heart broke with somebody that I was really trying to sell a property to. I really wanted them to get the benefit of working to buy their own home. And for many of you, I teach subject to real estate investing. So I acquire the property without taking on debt. All right. And then what I do is I rent to own it to somebody else. So this is a win-win-win. I helped somebody out of a bad situation by taking this horrible payment off their hands. Okay. And then what I'm doing now is I'm giving somebody else the dream of home ownership that they didn't think they were going to be able to accomplish. And I'm taking a small spread in the middle. $100, $200, whatever it is. Some of that you have to reserve for taxes and things like that. It's not a whole lot, but if you help 1,000 people, even $25 a month is a blessing. Think about that. Think about that. If you help 1,000 people next month at $25 a pop, okay, that's $25,000. Now, I don't have a portfolio of 1,000 properties. Okay, I'm not trying to imply that. Okay, don't sue me. But what I'm saying is, you can do a lot of good, and you can make a lot of money. So you are making money, making a difference, and that's what I'm here to help you do. That is all I have for you guys today. Thanks for being with me today. Y'all take care and be blessed.
Love the podcast? Be sure to like, subscribe, and forward to 3 friends. You can ask a question or take a life-changing class at buildingwealthtogether.com. Now, go walk in abundance and leave a legacy.